I've recently been battling with managing my risk, right? So the past week, I ended that week on a significantly low percentage, right? Dumelang Sanbonani. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Katlero and I just basically make trading related content, and I'm just basically using YouTube to journal my Forex trading journey. So yeah, this is my first video for 2021. And with that being said, I'd just like to wish you guys a happy New Year's. I know it's long overdue, but I just felt like it would be disrespectful to come in here and without wishing you guys a happy New Year's. Yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed your festive season, your holidays, even though, you know, the pandemic and stuff. But yeah, man, I hope you guys are ready for this year and have planned on what you guys are planning on accomplishing for this year. In today's video, I don't really have anything planned, so I'm just gonna film whatever I film. But I took a GJ buy position yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, today's Tuesday. And yeah, man, I took 2 trades yesterday, which I shouldn't have done because, yeah, but the setups were there, so I took those trades. So I think maybe I'm just gonna take you guys through those trades, hop on the charts, and yeah, man. If you find any of the information shared in this YouTube video useful, make sure to subscribe. Turn your post notifications on so that you're notified anytime I do post a new video, and like the video. Alright, let's get to it. Yeah, guys, so this is GJ or GBP or yeah. So yeah, as looking on the high time frame structure, we can see that we have a structure here, and it's in the form of an ascending channel. We have our first touch, second touch, and essentially our third touch, and we have our third touch in the form of an ascending structure. We can say that we might be looking for a reversal later on, right? So if we move on to the 4-hour time frame, as mentioned before, we have this kind of reversal pattern, and I was actually looking to see prior to taking this buy position, this is how I had my trend line drawn out, right? Kind of see that we have like an expanding pattern, first, second touch, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was actually looking to see if price was gonna come towards these areas and correct sideways before we can continue moving to the downside. But that obviously didn't happen, so I was happy staying out of this trade. But then yeah, let's just put that trend line back. And then yeah, this is how price is currently looking, and this is actually where I took the buy position, and I actually took this entry on a much lower time frame, but we'll dive into that just now. And I don't know if you guys saw, but on the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we have this kind of like a lotus candle, huge rejection here by this wick, and we just have this engulfing candle to the upside, right? So it's also so important to look on the higher time frames just to get an overall bigger idea of what price might do in the future, because yeah, looking on the lower time frames is not so convincing at times. So it helps just taking a step back and looking at things from a bigger picture perspective, right? So yeah, man, as mentioned before, I took this trade on a much lower time frame. I took the trade right here as soon as I saw this kind of pattern, right? We have this kind of like a symmetrical triangle, or whatever you'd like to call it. Took it on the 1 minute time frame, and you can clearly see that we have this kind of triangle. We have a first, second touch, right? And as well as on the resistance support line, trend line, first, second touch. And I set my order just above this support trend line. Got triggered into the trade, price came back for a third touch on the support trend line before it continued impulsing to the upside. So that's how I got involved in the trade, and right now the trade is running nicely. We are currently running at about 5% right now. So I'm just looking to see if price comes towards these areas, or are we just going to continue up towards these areas, creating a third touch within the structure before we can continue moving to the downside. So I'll definitely be looking to see how price approaches this area of value. Are we going to get some kind of reversal pattern to then move to the downside? And I'll definitely be looking to get involved at the break, or really depending on how structure forms and how we approach this area of value. If not, then I'll be looking to wait for some more confirmation before getting involved in the trade. So if we do come up here and we move down, create continuation pattern before we move to the downside, I'll definitely be looking to get involved right here. So yeah, man, that's just GJ, and I'll update you guys at the end of the video if I'll be out of the trade by that time, just to update you guys as to how the trade is currently moving. And I'll probably also take a scale-in position if, you know, I'm comfortable enough taking the scale-in position. Price just corrects a bit and then continues moving to the upside, I'll be looking to get involved just so that I capitalize a bit more off of this trade. So yeah guys, that's just a bit of an analysis on some of the trades that have taken so far. And I've just recently added gold to my watch list as part of the commodities that I trade. I'm still doing a bit of testing on the commodity just to get a bit familiar with the way that it actually moves and which patterns it responds better to. And yeah man, it's currently about 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just gonna go grab something to eat. And yeah man, I'll just keep you guys updated on the trade, and yeah.
most trading mistakes made by beginners, even intermediates, and occasionally even advanced people when they lose their heads is to do with trade sizing. So that they take a loss too big. There's no damage done in taking your managed loss. That's part of the game and being wrong. The problem is that recovery ladder when you then emotionally negatively respond to taking an already slightly bigger loss. So let's say you lose 15 or 20%, and then you think, damn, I want to get back to where I was, so I need to make 25%, so I'll trade bigger again. I'm sure I'm right this time. You can't cope with the mental, it's like a mental cognizance dissonance, cognitive dissonance that makes you need to get back to where you once were, because you're now seeing yourself as the lesser self as dictated by this balance.
You know, I was just watching a video right now, and the guy was basically talking about people not being able to manage their risk properly and how it's hugely based around them not being able to manage their emotions and their psychology, right? And I've recently been battling with managing my risk, right? So the past week I ended that week on a significantly low percentage, right? And I guess it's because I took so many winning trades at the beginning of that week, and I kind of got a little bit too overconfident, and that's when I kind of like increased my leverage. And when increasing my leverage, the losses that I took during that week kind of erased all those wins, and there were more wins than there were losses, right? So risk management is so key. Like, it's so true when people say it's trading is 10% 10% technicals and 90% psychology, because you know the technicals are not easy, but they're simple, you know. But managing your emotions when trading is quite difficult, you know, because money is involved, and you know, with that, emotions are also going to be involved, you know. So it really doesn't help coming here and preaching risk management, you know, sticking to 1% risk and stuff like that, but not actually being able to apply those rules and guides that I had put in place for myself, you know. There's a saying that my mentor says, and he says that if knowledge was power, then librarians would be the most powerful people in the world. It's only through the implementation of that knowledge then it then becomes powerful. And it's so true, you know. It doesn't help knowing your way things around risk management if you're not actually able to apply those things within your trading. So yeah, man, that's what I'm currently working on. Just working on my discipline, you know, sticking to a fixed risk, you know, and stop fixating over scaling an account so quickly, right? Rather scale account gradually. So yeah, man, last week came with a lot of lessons that I have learned. You know, use proper risk management. Don't over leverage. Just because the leverage is there doesn't mean you have to use it. You know, it could either help aid you with your trading or it could destroy you, right? And just humble yourself, right, before the market does it for you, because when the market intervenes and humbles you, it's not going to be so pleasant. And yeah, man, just working on disciplining myself in terms of my risk and being fixed and constant with my risk percentage and not getting too carried away. Just building those habits on a smaller account and just having that foundation there. Yeah guys, so I just thought I should have a little bit of a chat with you guys before I actually end this video. It's a new year, it's 2021. 2020 wasn't the best years. If anything, it was an unusual and unexpected year, but I feel like a lot of people's perspectives on a lot of things has changed, and it has really forced a lot of people to become uncomfortable. And you know, when you're in an uncomfortable position, you are forced to kind of grow as a person, you know. And yeah, man, 2021, I'm just focused on building a stronger trading foundation, just learning as much as possible and allowing myself to make mistakes, not intentional mistakes, but mistakes that will allow me to propel myself forward within my trading. And man, just being patient with the process, you know. Trading is something that takes a while to build when you're trying to learn the actual skills. So just sticking to your own lane and just focusing on what you're trying to accomplish is the goal. And there's also quite a few things I'm just gonna be working on. My discipline and psychology and just managing my emotions being, you know, part of those things that I just want to work on. Yeah, man, and just gaining experience and just being realistic with my expectations and just coming to the terms with the fact that it might take longer than intended to actually build that skill and just maintain that level of consistency with performance and everything. Yeah, man, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the content, make sure that you leave a like and comment something below. If you have any video ideas, make sure that you leave a comment and make sure that you subscribed. Turn your post notifications on so that you're notified anytime I do post a new video. And yeah, man, until the next video, peace.